Hello, everybody. Good day. So, welcome back to our classes, our online lessons. And the last time we were here, we talked about our maze game. We had the code for the sprite, that is our cat, and the code for the apple. And I'm sure by now you must have enjoyed yourselves with these games, like making the cat to eat the apples around the screen. Right? This is what we had last week. And then when you move up, it plays a sound when the cat touches the apple, or rather eats the apple, whatever way you want to put it. Okay, so that's what we are able to achieve in the past weeks. Now we are going to complete this game today, because obviously I know it's really tiring for all of us, but let's complete the game today. So I would go straight to the point so we don't waste time. All right, now the last part of this game is to add a snake sprite. Right now, the snake sprite, the idea of the snake sprite is something to obstruct the cat. Now, as you all know, the cat just moves freely around this thing, around the maze, trying to eat apples, and when he eats apples, it's done. Nothing is pursuing it. It's not trying to avoid anything. So it's just like a straightforward game, and games are not meant to be straightforward. You're meant to have something that you are dodging, something that is trying to eat you up, or chase you. So that's the idea of the snake. Alright, so now let's add the snake sprite. As usual, we come to our sprite categories, go to animals, and then we get our snake. You can just type it in straight up, but this is our snake sprite. As usual, we'll change the size to size 20 because it's too big. So we have a snake here at size 20, and now we have a fresh coding area to code for our snake. So let's just get right into it. So the first thing we have to get our when flag is clicked, obviously, right? And then we get our show block, and I explained to you how and why show block is important. Show and hide. Show block commands it when and when not to show. All right. We come to control, get our repeat block. Let's change this. Then let's change it to 5. Let's not make it too much. Let's not have too much snakes on the screen. Let's change it to 5. And then, as usual, your create clone of myself block, which is commanding your sprite to duplicate itself, make itself become 2 or double, and then the number of times it's going to clone itself depends on the number of times you have it here, number of times you have in your repeats. I have 5 times. That means I'm going to have 5 snakes on my screen. Understood? And then motion, go to random position. Now go to random position is telling it that don't just stay at a particular place, go to a random place and stay. All right, and then we're going to add a hide block under the whole code. All right, understood? So that's the first one we have. And then the next one now, when I start as a clone, where can we find that? You can find that in control. When I start as a clone. Now this one is, like I explained last time when we did apples, this one now is going to command or control the activities of the cloned snakes. Not just one snake now. The 5 snakes I'm trying to create now. This set of codes is going to direct on what to do. Okay, so when I start as a clone, we go to forever block, we get forever block, and then point towards. There is a block called point towards. Can you see it here? Now this means that wherever all the snakes are, now change this mouse pointer to sprite. Sprite 1 is our cat, right? Change to sprite 1. This means wherever it is on the stage, it should point towards this guy here, this Mr. Cat. That's the essence, so that it can you get just to point towards it. Let it face the direction where the cat is going at every point in time. I will still show you all these things when we are done. All right, so the next thing we have, when I start as a clone again, come back to control. When I start as a clone, forever block, and then I'm saying that my if then block is here, obviously, and then I'm saying that if this snake starts touching these cats for any reason whatsoever, this snake finds its way where the cat is, which is the point of the game, to make the cat run away from the snake, right, while it's trying to eat the apples, right? Now if the snake touches the cat, now I don't know if you know about broadcast messages. Now broadcast messages is just the way it sounds, broadcast a message, right? And we can find that in our events. You can see broadcast message here. Can you see it here? Broadcast message 1. Now first of all, this message, we'll click on it and then we'll get a new message. The new message you want to get is game over, so we type in game over, click on enter. Understood? Now we have game over. What we want to broadcast is game over. All right, now we come here, we drag it and we drop it here. Now this means that whenever the snake is touching the cat, broadcast game over. All right, and after you broadcast game over, the next thing is for the game to stop entirely. There is a block called stop all. You can find it in control. Stop all. That means game over. No matter what, even if you're not done eating the apples on the screen, game is over. So what do you try to do? You try as much as you can to dodge the snake. All right, now this is it for the snake, and then we have to create a set of codes for the game over itself. Let me explain to you how we're going to do that. We come to sprite, go to letters, get our block. Now this is block A, right? I know I've taught you how to customize your letters. I'm very sure I've taught you drawing in Scratch, and I've explained to you the essence of an eraser. So now we get our eraser and we erase this guy here. We erase letter A. All right, come back here. Now we get our text and then we click on it and then we type game over. Game over. Don't worry, you see it. I know you're saying you're not seeing it. You will see it very soon. This is game over. Now from here you can change the fonts of your game over. All right, so let's, oh, I love this one, but I think it's too girly. Let's just use this one. This one looks like a game. I think this is what Tetris, if you know Tetris game, this is what they use for their write-ups in Tetris. So let's use this one, and then the color is already at red. You can change it to whatever thing you want to change it to. You can change it to green, blue, whatever color you want it to, but let's leave it at red because red is, you know, red gives it that sense of game over. You understand? All right, so that's it. It's a very straightforward thing. And then we come back to code, and then we will now have the code for our game over, right? So what do? We come to our events, and then we say when I receive game over. Now we're trying to tell this guy, this block A, what to do, this game over what to do. Whenever it receives game over, what should it do? It should show, right? Come back to looks and get our show block. Show means it should appear. This game over should appear on the screen. That is, whenever the thing signals it that there's game over coming, let it show game over on the screen. All right, and then when flag is clicked, that's when the game starts, because when flag clicks is the first thing that your Scratch receives as a command. Let it hide game over. All these things will make sense to you when I start playing the game. All right, so let's drop this here. I think this is the best place for it to be. Okay, so let's see. Let's just see what happens now. Let me stop it, and so this is it. Now we have snakes, and we have apples, and we have our sprites, our cards. So let's see how it's going to work. Let's move up, try to eat our apples. Sound still comes up. Now if you can notice, if you can watch the snake, it's moving towards where the sprite is moving. Now I'll try as much as possible. Now I didn't get it. Immediately the snake touched the cat, game over. My game is over. The main aim of the snake is to attack the sprite. That's why the the snake kept on turning towards where the cat was. Let's do it again, and so I will show you again. Now look at the snakes on the screen. Let's go up. Let's just live our normal lives by eating apples, right? That's normal life. Oh, sorry. Okay. Now watch the snake properly. The snake is moving as the cat is moving. Is moving to where the cat is moving. Now this snake is blocking my way. I can't move here because if I move forward, it's going to make me lose my points. Like game over, right? So what do we do? Okay, I think I should just let me take the other way around, but there's no other way. There is no other way. Okay, I think I can maneuver my way out of that plat. So the snake just keeps on, turning towards where the cat is, in hopes that it's going to come towards it at some point. Okay, so I think I'll be able to maneuver this. Keep on going. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me know if I can be able to eat this apple without it touching me. Oh no. So that's the idea behind the snake. Alright, and if you notice, when the snake touches the cat, my broadcast comes up, my game over comes up, and I have only 10 points. So now imagine you are playing this game between you and your friend, and then at the end of the day you calculate your scores and know who won. It's a very fun thing to play with your friends. If you can create it, create it. It's fun. It's a really fun activity to create. All right, so I would encourage us to try as much as possible to learn to create these games for ourselves. It's a very interesting thing to do. All right, so I think I'll stop here. If you have your questions, please ask your questions when I come to class. But before then, please try as much as possible to create these games by yourselves and enjoy the fun of it. Alright, so I'll see you next time in our next video. Until then, have a nice day, and practice makes perfect. So please practice your Scratch environment properly, and be creative. Create some games, make fun, create fun activities with your friends, and that's it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.